Hi YouTube, today I am replacing an old ceiling fan I have here. That's pretty easy to do. You just take off all the, to remove is pretty easy. Just take off all the screws that go around this cover. Take off the Y nuts off the cables and just lift up to the side and down. And usually these brackets are held on by two screws to the roof. You just remove them. And get a nice new Hunter fan here we're gonna be putting on. We'll see how quickly I can put this up. I've done a few today, but pretty straightforward process, honestly. Takes, if you get good at it, probably do one like 30 minutes. But we'll start by putting on the bracket on the roof. Got a slope roof, so I'm gonna have the part that the fan could fall out of facing the higher side. That way gravity won't let it fall out, right? Safety, just in case. Alright, we got it screwed on. Nice and tight, it ain't going nowhere. Alright, so next step, excuse the dirtiness, this carpet's gonna go bye-bye soon. But we got the screws for the blades. Two spare screws, one for the cover at the top and one for one of the fan. Oh wait, no, these are the screws for the cover. I know we have some spare screws somewhere, but I guess not inside right now. We're gonna need those in a minute. Next thing is the motor. Alright, so we got on. This is the bottom side. We got a lot of cable just in case we wanted to use a long rod, but we're not gonna be doing that here. Frankly, you should get a longer rod for these slope roofs, but I'm lazy and it's a guest room, so it will be okay. But I want to cut this to size once you pass the rod through, which we can do. They provide a very, very short little rod. Let's actually take it off the back here. Yeah, it comes pre-assembled, I guess. I have to take this apart, take the plastic cover and that freaking rod in the middle out so I can pass the cable through and start screwing it in. Then halfway through, don't tighten it all the way, halfway through you're gonna put this back on. Because once you have it on, once things tight, you're not gonna have enough space, at least not with this little short rod, to put this back on and the rod back on. Alright, let me skip through. Alright, start screwing it. I cut the cables down with a few inches, just in case I need them. Now this is gonna slide back on. Alright, got it on. The ground needs to go through too. Excuse my hands. Okay, but once it's in, gotta align this with the holes and the ground. Why? Oh my god, let's just skip through. Okay, I had to take the ground off to get that in there, but gotta pass this rod through. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, feed it through. And make sure it pops out the other side. This is always tricky. See what I mean about, not screwing it all the way? If you had, you'd be, you may barely have enough room. So just to slide this in there. Come on. Up you go. There we go. Alright, it's in. It's in. Put the screw back on. It's back on. Finish screwing this in. See, imagine if I hadn't started screwing it in beforehand. We'll have this thing all tangled up in there. Now that it's in, we gotta put this screw in. Don't mind my fat fingers, please. I'm using really flimsy pliers here, but tying this up with some pliers, and we're good to go on the roof. I'm gonna go ahead and trim these. If you don't have one of these, you could always just use a razor blade. Just careful not to cut off all the copper or aluminum, whatever that is. These are cool because they have different gauges. So you just go ahead and just select your gauge, trim, and that's it. And pull. Perfect strip. Alright, all stripped, ready to go on the roof. Actually, right before that, we do have a remote control for this, so we're gonna have to wire that in too. So this is a little module for it. Pretty much yellow goes to the black of this one, and then black, which by the way is live wire, goes to the ceiling live wire, and then all the whites go together for neutral, blues go together, and all the grounds go together. So let's go up there and put this on. By the way, don't forget your cap or you're gonna have a bad time. I'll take it all back down again. So let's just slide over. And see that, but there you go. That simple, it just hangs off of that. Now to get our little module hooked up. The module just literally sits on top of it. I like doing half the cables one side, half the cables the other way. And I usually hook them up behind it because this thing has like a little edge right there. So I like just sticking that side that way. But alright, I might just skip through to when I have it all Y-knotted. And by the way, people, I'm installing a Hunter fan. I mean, the colors and features may vary, but you know, never hurts to check the manual and make sure you're wiring it right? Because here it tells me, you know, blues together, all the grounds obviously together. You know, this is the part that you won't know unless you look at the manual. Yellow to black, because yes, the power has to go through the receiver to turn things on and off. And then the black from the receiver goes to obviously the black or live wire from the roof of your house. And all the neutrals go together. Alright, got everything Y-knotted, all the whites together. The live wire, usually like sticking further away from all the other ones just in case for any reason the vibrations, they make that Y-knot come off. I'm gonna tuck that one in first and far away from all the others. Once you got your wire so tucked away, you just gotta line up the holes for the little cover here. And then we can move on to the fan blades and the light. Flush fit. I'm not gonna tie it all the way yet. I'm gonna do the other side, then tie both of them. Done. Now for the fan blades. And they make this really easy to assemble, by the way. You just have to screw them on yourself, but they have two different sides. If you want lighter color or the darker color, I like the darker better, so I'm used to darker. So you can see this one. But all you do is grab your piece, stick it on, and then you just push. Pop through the rubber and ready to put up. The way I like doing this part is I put one screw in and then I come around with the second screws and tighten all of them down. But as you see, fan blades go through these, so I stick the one in the middle, not the other one, because if I do the other one, then it will dangle and can swing out of there. But well, I could do it if I was on the ladder easier, but you know, gotta do it for the YouTube. Okay, I'm failing here. My video should be how not to do stuff instead of how to do it. There we go. And do that times 5. And voila, we have them on. Now time for the second set of screws and tying them all down. And there we go. All of the blades are on. By the way, I do this by hand because I don't want to strip these, you know. Strip them today, you can still get them off at the flat, but if ever in the future you want to replace this fan, you're gonna have a bad time. And time for the light. Light's pretty easy, so we're almost there. So before you put on the light, you gotta, this thing has first of all, freaking a rubber band up there to hold this cable up for some reason. But you do want to remove one of these screws, because the way this is set up, if you look at the light, you have two screws that would just slide in, and the third one's gonna lock it in place. So take one off. You can untuck all this stuff away so you can run your cable through. And once you do that, I took off the screw at the top there, so this is gonna go like so. Why is this not running through? Come on. So I'm not up there. Let's feed through there. There you go. locked in place. And now for the third screw. Alright, this is the part where I will start putting things in with the drill, because this stuff, a bit of a pain in the booty. There we go. One last screw. Okay, maybe I will have to use my hands for this one because I can't reach that one with all the screws in the way. Maybe if I had an extension, which I probably do, I'm just too lazy to go get it. It's just one screw left, who cares? And tighten that. Alright, I put the bulbs on, but you do have to plug in the cable that came through. I might tuck all this back in, by the way. Get it out of the way. But I do have to plug these two cables in together. Come on. You can do it. There we go. And now we can just tuck it all in there. It's gonna be a bit of a mess, but whatever. Once, move that out of the way. Once you get all of that back up, I mean, last thing to do is put the cover on, and it's pretty much it, guys. Put this cover on, and then from there we just put the cover on, the glass cover for the lights. All right. A little overkill, maybe, but whatever. And fun fact, you do the reversing switch here if you want the fan to work backwards. But yeah. There we go. I have the power off the whole house right now, so I can't really show it working. But that's it, guys. That's the fan installed. This is the remote that came with it. And we'll probably just mount that to the wall right around there. But I hope you liked this. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good one.